so unredeemed. If I remain, how will I know? 'Cause it's been so long that I can't be sure. And it's been so wrong right now, so wrong.
So that was Portishead with Humming. Now, the instrument you heard at the start of that track is a theremin, which was invented by a Russian inventor, Soviet guy called Leo Theremin. And it's a very odd instrument. If you've never seen one before, it's a pole and a loop, and you move your hands around the pole to alter the pitch, and you move your hands around the loop to alter the volume. And obviously in this track it's kind of used as an ambient device, but some of the best theremin players in the world can play actual tunes on them, which is very impressive. There are videos on the internet of people doing famous movie themes and that sort of thing with the theremin. I did actually used to have one. It was a very basic one. It just had a pole rather than a loop. The volume control was on a knob, which kind of made it a little bit unwieldy, to say the least. But I used to use it in my metal band when I was in a metal band when I was about 15, 16. We used to just throw it through a distortion pedal and just make horrible noises with it. That was a lot of fun. So it's about that time in the show now when I start to talk about horror films that I'm going to recommend for you to watch. I'm a little bit behind the curve with this one, but I recently went to go see The Conjuring. I know a lot of people have been raving about it, and in my own opinion, if my opinion counts for anything, I think it's a pretty good film. I really enjoyed it. I think it takes some of the best elements from some more classic horror stuff like Last House on the Left and Amityville Horror and that sort of vibe, and some of the best elements from modern horror stuff. I mean, it's a ghost story, so it's got lots of supernatural stuff in it, obviously. But the acting's really good for this sort of film. Anyway, I think. I mean, a lot of horror films, acting's not really the most important thing for a lot of people. They just want to see the body count and the gore. But I think the acting in this is good, and the characters are quite likable. It's not like watching a Nightmare on Elm Street film where you just want all the children to die in the most horrible ways possible. But yeah, it's in the cinema at the moment in the UK. I'm not sure if it's still in the cinema at the moment in the US. But it's definitely worth checking out. Like, I honestly can recommend it. And it is good to see in the cinema. I was lucky as well, because when we were in the cinema, me and my girlfriend, we went to go see it. The audience were quite respectful and kept their mouth shut, which was good, because I don't know about you guys, but I've been to the cinema a couple of times to see horror films, and sometimes it's a bit of a tension breaker, because every time there's a jump scare, everyone laughs and chatters amongst themselves saying, "Oh, did that make you jump? Oh, that made me jump." And it's fucking irritating. So luckily that didn't happen this time round. But I think when we saw Paranormal Activity 8, or however many there are now, there was the audience there were really awful. But yeah, this is definitely steps above Paranormal. Not that I've got anything against Paranormal Activity. It's not my favourite film. There are some good bits in it, but it's not great. But it's not like that, if you see what I mean. It gets on with it a lot quicker, because I don't know if you've ever seen any Paranormal Activity, but generally the first hour and 20 minutes is fuck all happening and maybe some chairs moving. and then the last 10 minutes is lots of shaky hand cam footage of people running around and like some ghostly shapes, and that's about it. There's me generalising slightly. I mean, there are bits that are better than that. Anyway, we not ramble. So yeah, go and see The Conjuring. I'm also going to recommend the work of the director Rob Zombie. Most of you are probably familiar with his music, but not everyone knows that he's also a director. He's done a bunch of films. He's done House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, which is a sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses. Both of those feature his wife, Sherry Moon Zombie, amongst other people. And not only is she smoking hot, she's also a pretty good actress, and it's a very entertaining couple of films. He also did a remake of the original Halloween and then a follow-up sequel. And more recently, he came out with a film called Lords of Salem. And Lords of Salem is a very interesting one. If you've seen other Rob Zombie stuff and you didn't like it, you might like Lords of Salem because it's very different. It's got a very old school horror vibe. Again, it feels more like a Dario Argento film. Dario Argento, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, is the guy who directed Suspiria, and a bunch of other stuff. But it's definitely very, very different witchcraft thing. I can definitely recommend it. It's weird. It's not quite what I expected. I expected it to be a lot more like Rob Zombie's earlier work, but yeah, it's quite mature and quite interesting. Definitely can recommend it. One final recommendation before we get on with the rest of the music. There's a film called The Toolbox Murders, which also features Sherry Moon Zombie, Rob Zombie's wife, and it's a really good film. I thought it was going to be trash. I thought it was going to be entertaining trash. Don't get me wrong, I love a bit of trash horror, but it's really quite good. It actually kind of turns into a murder mystery film more than a horror film. Like, the horror in it is good, and it delivers, and it's nice and gory, but it kind of becomes a bit of a whodunit, which is really exciting. But yeah, I can definitely recommend that. So Toolbox Murders, The Conjuring, and anything by Rob Zombie, pretty much. So yeah, check some of those out. Also, these recommendations I'm making, feel free to get in touch on Twitter and tell me that these films are shit, or that you really enjoyed them, and thank me for recommending them, whichever your opinion is. So, I'm going to play you some music now by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Now, I played some stuff by them before on some of the other shows. I'm a big fan of theirs, and I said on the last show, I think, that I would play some stuff from their new album, Push the Sky Away. So, this is the title track by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds from Push the Sky Away, entitled Push the Sky Away.
I was right, and I was right. Oh, the sun was rising from the field. Got a feeling I just can't shake. I got a feeling that just won't go away. You've gotta just keep on pushing and keep on pushing and push the sky away. And if your friends think that you should do it different, and if they think that you should do it the same, you've gotta just keep on pushing and keep on pushing and push the sky away. And if you feel you got everything you came for, if you got everything and you don't want no more, you've gotta just keep on pushing and keep on pushing and push the And some people say it's just rock and roll. Ah, but it gets you right down to your soul. You've gotta just keep on pushing it, keep on pushing it, push the sky away. You've gotta just keep on pushing it, keep on pushing it, push the sky away. You've gotta just keep on pushing it, keep on pushing it,
You're listening to Grave Encounters on Pushing Underground.